So why I'm opposed to the FDMG Academy? Coming right up. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Common Sense Inside Your Reason. And as always, I want to say thank y'all for joining me today. So, as y'all know, Dr. Umar Johnson has been talking about opening up a school for black boys for the last 15, 20 years. Now, for me personally, I think I heard about it maybe 4 years ago is when I first heard about him trying to open up this school. Well, he has collected millions of dollars. He's collected I hear about $2 million or so. And of course, we know he bought the school in Wilmington, Delaware. And I have to say, the school looks worse now than ever. I mean, this school looks worse than when he first bought it. So he's been making all these claims about making his progress, and the school is almost finished. And it's almost finished. We just got to do the HVAC, just got to do the floors, just got to do the walls. But the school is almost finished. It has always been almost finished for the last 5 years now. So this school is not opening, And then I hear rumors that he's homeless. Now, I don't deal in rumors. I mean, I'm not really into rumors like that. But then if I look at his videos, I notice that all of his videos that he uploads are all unconventional. There's always some video of him having his face buried in the camera, shaking his head no, making mean face. Right? It's always in a rental car, or he's in making a video in the airport, at a diner somewhere, at a bus station, in a restroom. He's doing, you know what I'm saying? Always got his face buried in the camera as if he's trying to hide something. And then you notice he doesn't have a studio. You think a person of his accomplishment, of his size, of his reach, he would have a studio, or at least a camera set up in his home like most people do. He got nothing. Again, I'm not into rumors, but I don't know. And then, like I said, the only time he ever at a studio is when he's interviewing with somebody. He's interviewed with other people and he's in their studios. But he's always traveling. Like, how you gonna open up a school when you're supposed to open up a school and getting the school ready, and you're always traveling? You know him, he's always traveling, whether it be in the country or out of the country. And he's always hugged up with some females taking pictures, females who he's basically condemned into believing he's a king, which he's anything but a king. He's more like a clown than a king. But hey, if he wants to travel the world, taking pictures like that, that's his prerogative. But then, like I said, how is he opening up a school like that? He's not. That's the answer. But anyway, but this is my problem with the FDMG. The problem for black people in America is not the lack thereof of schools. Schools are everywhere. There's not one black child in the United States of America that doesn't have a school that they can go to. Every black child in America, every child in America has a school that they can go to. There's a district that they live in which there's a school. So the problem is the lack thereof of schools. Now people say, well, yeah, they have these schools, these schools are failing the kids. Oh, really? Well, is the school failing the kids, or is the kids failing the schools? It's a question. The problem is not the failure of the schools, it's the failure of the kids. These kids, we raise these badass kids, these single mothers raise these badass kids, and these badass kids are tearing the schools down. That ghetto mentality, as I said, I talked about the ghetto mentality. The ghetto mentality doesn't build or produce, it tears down. And if you're raising kids with ghetto mentalities, they're going to tear down everything they see. The ghetto mentality tears down every damn thing in sight. If they get sick, they tear it down. And that's what happened to the schools. All of these schools, these inner city schools that blacks are complaining about, these pro-blacks are complaining about, at one point in time, these schools were decent. So how did these schools go from being decent schools that educated the children to these schools that they are now? Because of the mentality of the people in the area. You know what I'm saying? Fighting teachers, and there's a story out there about it. There's a principal who basically possibly lost the use of her right eye because a The student attempted to throw chairs at her and then hit her in the face with a wooden hanger. That's ghetto mentality. That's not the white man and white supremacy underfunding these schools. Okay? So why would I go out and build another school and have these N-words tear that school down? You think if they tore down the schools they have now, they're not going to tear my school down? That's stupid. Again, the problem isn't the lack of schools. The problem is the poor mentality of these children. The problem is the horrible culture of blacks. This ghetto black culture, and this is the issue. This is what blacks should be trying to address. Not opening up schools, because a school is not going to solve that. Now, sure, you may take a few kids in your school, but what about blacks in general? And then you can do the best you can to try to reach those kids, but that culture is, you may reach 10% of them. So you're running around with a chicken with his head cut off. That's why I say I'm not going to do no mentoring. I'm not interested in any mentoring. I'm not interested in any mentoring at all until we address the root cause of the problem, and that's the culture. Because I'm not going to be running around trying to mentor these kids, and then 5 years later I got the next round of kids. I'm going to spend the rest of my life mentoring these kids, running around trying to mentor kids, and I'm not going to address the factory that keeps producing these kids. No. So why build a school and act as if we need to build these schools for these kids because of the failing schools in their communities, and ignore the fact that they're responsible for the reason why the schools are failing? It's stupid. It's idiotic. But of course, like I said, Dr. Umar Johnson is going to keep conning black folks. There's going to be black people who's going to constantly keep falling for this con, and they're going to be constantly keep sending in money for the school and telling them to stay strong, and all this other stay strong brother with the fist emojis and all this, that this man really truly is going to open up a school, please. But I'm not backing any jackassery, and for him building this school is just absolute jackassery at its finest. Again, the problem isn't the lack thereof from the schools. The problem is the lack thereof from the children, and the lack thereof from the culture that keeps producing these children. End of story. And we see evidence of this everywhere, and everywhere you go in these inner city areas, it's the same problem. All these schools at one point in time were decent schools, and now they're failing schools. It's the same story time and time again. Again, the issue is not the schools, it's the kids and the mentality of the culture. And so, like I said, this is my 2 cents on this. I just think that the school is a stupid idea. Not to say that I'm against building of a school, but know that the school is not, the problem isn't the lack thereof of school. The problem is the lack thereof of the mentality of the blacks. And if you're going to build a school, you better make sure you bring in a decent blacks, because if you bring in the wrong one, they're just going to tear the schools down. Anyway, y'all, as always, until next time.